This is Editor Hewitt here trying to explain why we have a missing episode because OBS didn't record my audio until the last, 10 minutes of the game. So if I was to post it, there'd be a whole lot of, yep. And what was that again? Because just technology is the bane of my existence sometimes. Anyway, to sum up what they did is they went on a shopping trip. They may or may not have bought drugs from a wizard. They got hand massages. They got some stuff from the family. And then they went down into the proving grounds known as the trenches so that they can find the magnificent mage Mixel. God bless their souls, and may they have good luck. Hey, we're on the internet. And I have sound this week.
Ooh.
I did not have OBS switch my vocal off to where I'm gonna have to go back and re-record all that I said in that episode before I post it. Which means I guess I get to improve what I said and sound polished. Anyway, y'all okay tonight?
All right.
This baby is not super happy.
No, like I said before we started streaming, baby's under weather. But it's been a couple weeks since we played. Seems like we have not done much. April and May are just kind of weird. So, y'all have made your way down into the trenches, the still abandoned portion of the Middle Tigers that House Elsbane has a claim to, mostly from the Civil War that they helped win before any of y'all were, well, before Tarl was born, but I think the twins would have already been born. You are down at the southeastern corner of the trenches. Can everybody see the map?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to go and draw in manually. Well, that's a terrible little thing. All the buildings that are considered safe houses. Most of them are the exact same buildings. And then I'll put one over here because there is Citadel Elsbite that is on a raised dais. I shouldn't say raised dais, but on a raised portion of the cavern. It is a fully functional fort that the Elsbane Tig does keep a garrison at and switches it out regularly. Their job is to aid anybody that gets lost or gets overwhelmed by what's down here. But also they are slowly trying to reclaim and make more and more of it habitable because the upper portion of the Tig, where y'all just came from, also used to be part of the trenches. So what you're looking at is a massive underground dwarven Tig that Mixel can be anywhere in, but you did see the firework cloud shoot up towards the roof and explode somewhere off in the distance, which is probably a Tarl. You would know that's probably a good hint that that is the direction that the Lost Mage is at.
That's at the top east or west of the map.
You know what? Roll me a survival check. $21. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Yep.
Okay, so it would be roughly in that direction, but you're not sure exactly how far, or if it is over the river that runs through here, which I did not label it. Cannon, what do you want the river in your family's tide to be named?
Just call it branch.
All right, we will just go with branch. Oh, damn it. There we go. There we go. So on the other side of the branch, you do not know which side it is currently on. But you do know that is 2-3 days to get there.
How many days to the Citadel?
So the safe houses and the Citadel are both about 1 day to get to, depending on the direction you want to go. That's if you do not encounter anything. There's kind of a reason why there's safe houses as close to the Citadel as possible. So you could try to push for the Citadel, or you could go to either one of the houses. Like, if you go north, you'd go to Provings, which is where a lot of the younger dwarves go to, again, prove themselves. Husk Road, that is right here in front of you. Most of what you're going to run into here are just kind of the wisps, or I shouldn't say wisps, but the remnants of the inhabitants of the trenches, or those that they take. More or less like a hollow zombie.
Which way do y'all want to go?
Moose, you have access to twin sheets, right?
I don't know.
I thought I gave you
Let's
permission
find
on
out.
Nox's.
Yes, I do.
Alright, just so that y'all are not running 2 party members down necessarily if anything happens.
You know this place better than we do.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, we got to go northwest. There's a safe house up there below the Citadel. Probably a good idea to stop the Citadel before we go further up. It's about a day's travel to either one of them.
Let's do that.
Alright, we're going to take off on a beeline from where we're at to number 2.
Oh, and which one? Oh, I'm on the wrong map. That's why I'm not looking. Okay, so you're going to the one over near the Oscillion Thig, or Tig?
Yeah, it looks like we got number 2 on it.
Okay. I just put a little square on them, but if it looks like a 2, it is a 2. Alright. So I need, first, y'all tell me, how are you moving there?
with their feet.
Thank you, Moose. Thank you so much for that. I have needed that.
We're going to move quietly, but at a regular pace, but as quiet as we can.
Okay, so roll me stealth at disadvantage if you are you're trying to be quiet, but you're actually, know what? You're not really. You're moving stealthy, or are you just moving at regular pace?
Is there a reason?
I don't think everybody in the party's got stealth, so we'll just move at a regular pace.
All right.
Is there a reason for us to be stealthy around here?
Is there something we need to avoid?
Yeah, you're going to run into a bunch of crap down here.
Yeah, we'll just walk, I guess.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
try and be stealthy. No one's gonna be as stealthy as you.
I'm also putting the hood up on my cloak of elven kind.
Okay. Give me a second. I am preparing a map that I thought I saved at work. Which, by the way, I only have 2 more weeks left on my legal class, and I'm so ready to be done with that thing. There is no reason for the sheer number of laws we have that are repeats of that. Like, there's no reason for, like, 8 laws that say the same damn thing.
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, it's me complaining because I've had to read not only legal code, but Louisiana legal code. All right, so everybody give me a survival check as you are going through the husks. Okay, pretty good. Not so good for Tarl.
What the fuck is... Oh, there's survival. Alright, this is Mulak.
Mm.
This is Mularn.
Mm.
Y'all suck.
Says Arvax as she gets the highest roll that she's gonna get all night.
Yeah, probably. So I get to rub it in at least once.
Love you. So, Arvax, you're able to, oddly enough, you're able to navigate. Tarl, you get distracted by all the times you have written something on a wall. And y'all start to lag behind, and you almost get separated from each other. Mostly because y'all are back there doing that, and Arvax has already made it like 3 blocks down.
Why are y'all lollygagging?
Doing my best.
I'm looking at all my artwork.
Is any of it obscene?
Probably not.
Is any of your Aunt Archibinks's art around?
Probably so.
Is that obscene?
Definitely.
Is that even a question?
I don't know. I was hoping Moose would ask Claire, and then Claire would be like, why is Hewitt asking this?
It's all the way across the house.
This is true. Sometimes another room in your own home is just way too far. I do not mean that facetiously. I am saying that as an individual that's like, the kitchen is too far away. I don't need a snack.
You do. You know what, though? You deserve one.
Not all the time. Like, I gotta go find like a bag of Easter eggs that still exists somewhere because I ate the last of the peanut butter Reese's eggs. Anyway, so you're making it through the streets. You're lagging behind a little bit. You're enjoying. Tarl, this is literally like walking down memory lane because you have many memories on this lane. I now need somebody to roll me a luck roll. Roll me a D100. Oh, not bad. So I'm going to move the map.
Not bad, as it looks like we're about to fight something.
Y'all are level 15. How many things are actually a threat to y'all?
Think of like, not bad. Here's free bubblegum.
No, we have not gotten to that portion of anything yet. But as you're making your way through the streets, you do see that there is a number of husks, Tarl, that are ahead of you. What they look like are dried out, desiccated dwarves, orcs, gnomes, just more or less as if you took a zombie and dried them out. This group is just shambling their way through.
What are
What was that?
what are they?
They look like dried out zombies. Walking zombie jerky.
What the fuck are those?
Zombies.
Why are there zombies?
That's just the way they are.
They just wander around down here.
Yep.
Should we get out of their way? Like, are they moving toward us?
Are they like dangerous looking, or are they just like?
They're kind of just shambling through.
Kill them?
Is that what Mulak yells?
So Balfor would yell.
Tarl's moving forward.
All right, go ahead. I mean, they're not fast. You know husks are not fast. I think Cannon is measuring for a fireball.
Turn undead.
All right, so they got to make a wisdom save. Is that correct?
Wisdom savings throw, and my DC is 16.
closest to you.
All of them.
I'm rolling for each one individually. Fail. So that's 2 fails. 1 saves. 2 saves. 3 saves. 4 saves. 5 fails. Fail. Fail. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
All the fails are destroyed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's all. Okay, so gone, 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 gone. Because there are. Whoop, hold on. 4 succeeded. I accidentally made a house. I apologize.
They all turned into a house.
They were warehouses. All right, so they succeed. However, Tarl, you notice something weird about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that did not succeed. As they explode, there is confetti going everywhere. That is not normal.
Like Mixel been here.
Give me a dex saving throw as the confetti starts to descend. Okay.
I have, hang on a second. I believe with the cloak I have advantage on all deck saves.
Cloak of Elven Kind.
Yep.
Let me double check.
Advantage on dexterity checks
Yep.
made. Yeah.
Sorry, and you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks for hide. And everybody has disadvantage to notice you.
Yep, that's correct.
All right, so I'm not going to roll on this because you're going to take 2 fire damage as the confetti hits the ground and starts bursting into little pops and sizzles. In fact, one of the pieces of paper hits the ground and you see a slug form from it and just start crawling away. And with that, we will now roll initiatives.
Oh, okay, I gotta move that. Click here. That is me. So this is Mulak.
I'll add a turn for your brother.
This is Mularn.
Okay. So the Husks have a 10. So first one to go is going to be Mularn.
He'll go right here, and he'll lightning bolt just straight down to these two.
Okay. They got to make a dex save, is that correct?
Yeah.
1 definitely failed, and I believe 1 succeeds. What is his spell DC?
His spell DC is an 18, so
Okay.
yes.
So 1 saves. Roll that electri damage.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's 8d6, I think, or 68. I don't remember. It is 8d6. Okay. $31 on on one and half on the other.
All right, well, that one's gone, but roll me a d4 real quick, Moose.
2.
I need your brother to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mularn. Wisdom. He got an 11.
He is now a potted plant.
Nice.
I'm going to put a little green dot. So, y'all watch him lightning bolt. The one explodes, and then you watch Mularn turn into a potted plant. Freaking mosquitoes got in. Mulak, it is now your turn. Your brother's a plant.
Always has been. Always will be.
No, let's see, is that stupid? The Earth is this, and then the other astronaut with the gun always has been.
Me. Go. What we gonna do here? We are going to. He'll just chromatic orb this one here.
Okay, so the other one your brother already hit.
Yeah.
All right, roll to hit. Because I believe that's
I'm gonna make it fire.
cool.
21
Uh,
for 20
Yeah, that hits.
for 20 fire damage.
Okay, roll me a d4.
A 3.
Roll me a d6.
Another 3.
Okay. Now roll me a d4 again.
Good lord.
It's Mixel, man.
A 2.
Okay, your hands double in size.
Ugh. Gross.
Like, cartoonishly distended. Your hands are now oversized. Any spells that require a somatic component are now a little bit more difficult.
I'll just subtle spell.
Alright, it is now the husks. That's a no. 19 misses too, doesn't it, Tarl? Isn't your AC over 20?
AC is 25.
Alright, so these zombies come up, Tarl, and they start trying to punch you. But there's no force behind it. It's almost like when you go through the car wash and the foam things smack onto the windshield and the side of the car. It's about that experience for you. Other than them doing weird stuff, this is like more annoying than anything else, is I would say how it probably feels. Arvax.
Okay. Don't want to draw.
I mean, you did notice that there was confetti that went everywhere and did weird stuff. Mularn is now a potted plant, and Mulak's hands are gross big.
No, they both did magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to see what hitting it does.
That hits. It's not down. I forgot I named it Arvax's cool sword thing.
Even though you
No,
totally
no.
gave it a name.
Cool swordy thing.
All right, that'll do it. Roll me a d4. Okay. I need you to roll me a con save.
Great. Oh, great.
With
8.
8. Arvax, you now have uncontrollable flatulence.
I hate you. Of course you would make that one.
Dear God, even on a 1.
How do you roll a nat 1 and still get a 19?
Guided strike is
Plus 18 for me.
because it's a plus. You have a +8. Normally, doesn't guided strike give you a +10?
Yep.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that it's a nat 1 in this case, simply because it's feast or famine on here canon, and also it's a husk. But it's not down. I guess it should make its save. Which it fails, so it is now restrained. So 27 definitely hits it. And that'll do it. I need you to roll me a d4. Okay, so we've hit every number, so I'm going to go ahead and put what I have written down. For it is Mixel where there is good and there is bad. So, Tarl, you now have 2 temporary HP for the next hour. Mularn, your hands are inflated and feel gross.
Nope, a lot.
Sorry, Mulak, your hands are inflated and gross. Mulak, your brother is a fern in a little pot that somehow looks like it is judging the entire world. And Arvax is just letting it rip.
Good for her.
And with that,
She's finally learned to loosen up.
At this rate, it is just constant. So what does the party wish to do now?
Continue moving forward.
Is he still a potted plant?
He is still a potted plant. He is still a fern in a little pot.
I guess I'll pick him up. Just carry him.
Your hands feel really weird trying to hold the pot, and you're afraid you're going to drop him. Have you ever had your hand fall asleep, or when you wake up you slept on your arm and it's completely dead?
Of course.
That is what your hands feel like right now.
Tarl takes the pot and puts it in one of the pouches in his belt with just the granary sticking out.
Does he have like a spell on it?
You all seem
Probably.
to. Three of you have something going on right now that does not seem to be stopping.
I see if
Ye-
cleansing touch turns him into not a potted plant.
Mm-mm. He's still a potted plant.
Oh shit, that was a waste.
What does that do?
It's an action to end a spell on myself or on a willing creature that I touch.
Do you have
I can do
this?
it 3 times.
Do you have the spell magic?
Do I? Doesn't something I have just spell?
No, you have counterspell from your sword.
Oh wait, I do have dispel magic. I cast it on myself.
You're still just cutting muffins.
Damn. Well, I didn't do anything. Is this the kind of shit this wizard does?
Doesn't seem like a very good wizard.
Seems like a wizard who thinks he's real funny.
Look, my brother is right there. Granted, he's a potted plant, but
Again, you have never felt a fern judge everybody so hard at the moment.
Y'all have to understand, Mixel is a trickster. But also a powerful wizard.
and apparently
But he
immortal.
just likes to make wacky shit.
You know what? If I was immortal, I'd probably make some wacky shit too. Probably get bored.
When I edit this, I'm going to have to find a fart track to just have playing in the background.
Please don't.
It'd be funny. But are y'all going to get back on the way?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody give me a survival check for the next bit of this journey. Because I'm going to say if you tried to stealth, you would not be able to with Arvax.
That was Mulak. This is Mularn.
Lauren is a plant.
Oh yeah, forgot. Well, you know what? He's trying to survive.
He still did better than his brother. Your survival was worse than a potted fern. I'm sorry, Moose. Like, I feel like you were about to eat. Mulak was about to eat a mushroom and looked back at the pocket fern and realized it was judging him, and he just put it back down. Not that he would ever do that, because I think Mulak would be like, "That's gross. That's nasty. That's dirty. Boil it and make tea."
Yeah, probably.
All right. Y'all did better this time, so you realize y'all were actually going in the wrong direction to get to the safe house you wanted to go to. So you make it about there. And this is when a couple things happen at once. It's been over an hour, almost two. Mulak, your hands go back to normal, and immediately it's stinging pins and needles. But your hands are normal. Arvax, you stop cutting muffins. And a wizard falls out of Tarl's pocket.
Forgot he was in the pocket. I was about to be like, what the fuck? What did a wizard get in there?
So, y'all end up an area, and you see probably 2-3 dozen more of these husks. But they all have hands on the hips of the one in front of them, and they're slowly shuffling forward, and then kick a leg out to the side, and then they slowly shuffle forward, and they kick a leg out to the side. And it's just this big circle of them congaing.
Just having a good time.
Let's just keep pushing forward.
All right, so if you're going to try to avoid them, I do need everybody to give me a stealth check.
Is there any music?
See, who are you asking? That is Moose, or is that something that Mulak would wonder aloud?
I mean, he wouldn't say it out loud, but he'd
Does
try to listen.
okay? Roll me a wisdom save now, Moose.
Eve.
5. Okay, so folks were doing mostly okay on these stealth checks because they're just zombies. Give me a second. I gotta do a change in music. All right, I found the song. I just have to reduce the volume. Do you actually hear that, Moose?
No.
Oh.
I've probably
I
turned
can't.
off music, and I don't know how to turn it back on.
All right, you start hearing Mulak a oil drum beat hitting. You feel your hips start to shake a little bit, and you feel yourself drawn to the conga line.
Tarl reaches out to grab him.
All right, I need give me a grapple. So that would be athletics versus acrobatics. Mulak, need an acrobatics check because I know that's higher than your athletics.
10.
You just shimmy past Tarl as he tries to grab you. You get up to the line, and one of the husks lets go so you can get in.
I mean, it seems like I can't control this, so I guess I do it.
Y'all watch as he joins the conga. Mulak, this is not that bad. Minus that your weekend is at burning with a bunch of zombies. So what's everybody doing as Mulak has joined the conga?
Dancing.
Mulak, let me ask you, Moose, is Mulak actually going to let himself enjoy this? Or is he still like, why am I doing this?
I mean, if he has a choice, then he'd probably be like, "What the? Why am I doing this?"
Yeah, you have that mentality. Your body is just responding not to your desire to probably not dance with zombies. But Tarl, Arvax, Mularn. Are you casting Hold Person?
Yup.
Okay, and I need a wisdom save from Mulak.
1.
You stop, and immediately the whole conga line, like the one in front of you pulls away, the one behind you crashes into you, the one behind him crashes into them, and it's just a and the music stops in your head, and you start hearing a whole lot of as the spell seems to have been broken on everybody.
Oh, including the zombies?
Yeah. The conga line has been stopped, and you are paralyzed from the spell.
I break concentration and tell him we need to move.
Easy enough. But where are we going?
Same direction we've been going.
So are y'all gonna run from this massive crowd of husks that were congaing?
Yep.
All right, everybody, we are moving into chase mechanics. So I'm gonna say the party is moving at the. We will go with the party, and then it will be the husks. So who has the highest dexterity out of the group?
Let's see. Mulak has 17.
I mean, sorry, modifier.
1.
Okay,
2.
2.
So, Mulak and Mularn both have 3.
Okay, so Moose, since you're rolling for your brother at the same time, we'll just have the twins go. So both of them pick whichever one you want to go first. Just remember which one it is, and then roll me a d100.
I guess I'll just do Mulak first because he has 17 and Mularn has 16.
Okay.
62 from Mulak.
All right.
18 for Mularn.
Okay, hold on. Correction, I said roll a d100. I was thinking of something else. Roll me a d20. Sorry for both of them.
That is Mulak. 18.
No complications happen as you're running.
4 from Mularn.
Almost like it was intentional. A bunch of barrels come spilling out of one of these houses and start rolling down the street. I need all the party to give me a acrobatics or athletics check.
That is Mulak.
Save. Tarl, that's a barely save.
That is Mularn.
Okay, so Mulak you're running, like you're just able to, you're navigating the streets going in the direction Tarl's kind of pointing, and you get ahead of it. But as your brother's going, like a door just swings open and barrels start rolling out Donkey Kong style, but the party's able to navigate them and get around them. But as they crash, you can hear more things behind you being woken up and stirred from inside some of these buildings. Most of them might not be affected by whatever like the first ones were, but you have absolutely no clue until you see them. Or really till you hit them. Alright, so next would be Arvax. Give me a d20 roll. Okay. Arvax, as y'all turn a corner, there is a massive swarm of oversized rats eating on something that all turn and look in your direction. And rats aren't that big of a deal, but there are so many little red eyes, Arvax, that this is like a rat king size swarm of rats. Give me a dex save as they lunge. Everybody give me a dex save as rats try to swarm y'all as you're running by. Alright, no damage. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a save. So is that Mularn that saved?
Yeah.
Okay, Tarl and Mulak, you are swarmed by rats. You take 5 piercing damage as you have all these rats on you. Just finding any little bit of soft flesh that they can. Alright, Tarl, your go, and then I'll roll for the husks. 11, no compilation, or no complication. Alright, so behind y'all, they also suffer no complications. And they are going to start gaining ground on you as more of them seem to be pouring out of the buildings. However, Tarl, you can see the Citadel. The rise for the Citadel is in the distance. Like, it's not close, but you might be able to make it if y'all keep pushing to either the Citadel or if you turn down a side street, get to the safe house.
Let's push for the Citadel.
Okay, back to the top of the sequence. Twins.
Yes.
It's y'all's roll again.
Oh, a d20?
Yep.
It's Mulak, then Mularn. On a 11 and a 12.
Okay, no complications. Arvax. Oh yes, this is great. Arvax, as y'all are running, 2 husks come out of a side alley carrying a large plate glass window.
What kind of zany fuck ass shit is this?
This is the Waterdeep chase chart. I just supplemented rats for dogs. So I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw as y'all go crashing through this plate glass window as you're running. No damage.
I'd slide underneath it.
Okay. Arvax slides underneath it. Tarl is going to crash through it. So all of y'all, everybody but Arvax is going to take 1 point of slashing damage as glass goes everywhere. Tarl, your go. 19, no complication. Oh, that activates wild magic. We rolled the Mixel number. Moose, do me a favor. Roll me a D100. I don't want to be in control of what happens to these guys.
57.
'57 through 58. For the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flames. So they lose a little bit of ground because every bit of wood or anything that's cloth that is still down here that these husks touch bursts into flames. Which Tarl, as comical as this is for a second, you know how bad fire in a cave can be. Like, caves and boats have one thing in common. Fire is actually your worst enemy. If anything gets out of control. All right, next.
Gotta hurry up, get to the Citadel.
Oh, do we need to do Motrin again, Mommy? How much do I do? 1.85? Come here. There we go. Is she gonna be able to go to daycare tomorrow? Just a second, guys. Sorry. Here, let me see it. Bring her over here to me.
Hi.
Hey, baby. We gotta take the rest of your Motrin, though, baby. Come here. Here. Hand her here. Hey, baby. You're okay. You're okay. Here, go back to Mommy. Here we go. All right, guys. This will be we're gonna finish this round of the chase, and I think that might be where we end tonight, since she was getting better. So, back to the top of the round. Twins. Moose for chase mechanic.
Sorry, it's a 20, right?
Yeah. 13, no complication.
And then 1d20, 7.
7. Two of the, as y'all are running, two husks come crashing out of a building, and they are just swinging at each other, yelling in incomprehensible growls and gurgles. I need everybody to give me a dex save. Everybody should be getting a +3, shouldn't they, Em?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Tarl. They tumble into you. You take 4 bludgeoning as one of them swings wild and then tumbles back off and rolls back towards the flaming masses of their brethren. All right, Arvax. 15, no complication. Tarl. 7. Another brawl comes out. I need everybody to give me a dex save. Baby is upset.
That's alright. It's okay to be upset sometimes.
It is. I just don't like that she's not feeling well. All right, so who was that? Mulak is the second one. Moose.
It was Mulak, then Mularn.
Okay, so Malarn failed. Tarl failed. D8. So Tarl, you and Mulak or Mularn both take 8 bludgeoning, as this is a much bigger brawl between these husks. Which again, you've never seen husks get into a what looks like a barroom brawl. And y'all both kind of get kicked and punched as you make it past them. '18, they have no complications, but they're still setting everything on fire. But as you come running, you get to the base of the citadel, and the gate is lifted enough for y'all to slide underneath as they're about to drop it again. Tarl, give me a perception check as you come running into Citadel Elbite. 17. You recognize some of these soldiers, but you also notice that no dwarf has walrus tusks, like tusks like a walrus, or is green. You can tell Mixel's magic has been affecting the entire area, and not necessarily in a beneficial way. And as the gate comes to a crashing close, and you hear crossbow bolts and windlasses from the top of the wall, or from above on the raised area, pour down into these husks, and you hear explosions. You hear what sounds like fireworks going off as all these husks are getting hit. You also hear someone, "God damn it! Why do I have flippers?" And you see coming down the stairs towards you at the entrance of the lower gate, a dwarf that the suit of armor is very familiar to you, Tarl. It is your father's make that was given to the commander of the fortress. However, the commander of the fortress did not have the head of a penguin the last time you were down here. And that is where we will end tonight's session for now.
Did you say of a penguin?
The head of a penguin. A rockhopper penguin with big fluffy yellow eyebrows.
Oh, those are cool.
So, yeah, sorry to cut it short, y'all.
That's fine. You got baby stuff.
Baby stuff. Also, everything's gonna be fine tomorrow, Moose. You're gonna do great.
Yeah.
And thank y'all for playing. Thank you for anybody that watches on YouTube or Twitch. We're Team Bonus Action. We like to play. We like to stream sometimes when we play. And maybe we'll be doing more stuff here soon. Maybe we won't. Who knows? It's just whenever life allows us to actually do the things we want to do.
Which, as we know, happens sometimes, but usually not.
The true BBEG of any type of tabletop game is real life and scheduling. But again, thank y'all for watching. You can find us on most social media as Team Bonus Action. And since Knox is not here tonight,
Eat it every day.
what?
I don't know. Meatloaf.
Okay.